There are actually a few very practical things this government can do. First of all, the retirement age for our civil servants is still 60. For discipline services, such as the Commissioner of Police, is 57. Most of discipline services 55. So the government should at least seriously consider extending the retirement age, which of course may set an example for the others. But extending the retirement age is really retaining the knowledge and not wasting the knowledge away. But that is not the ultimate solution. The ultimate solution is to encourage people to really do something else beyond their normal career. For example, I can see a lot of the people who retire from government, who retire from businesses, are still very active, you know. People get married at age of 70, you know. Not me, you know. I'm very happy with my present marriage, you know. But that shows that there's a lot of dynamism. People live much more healthier than before. Now, they're also, according to Joseph, prepared to make a contribution, provided they get satisfaction out of it. You know. The government can do things to facilitate it. The government can encourage people, you know, to teach, to take up voluntary work, to have more respect for the elderly. You see, a lot of the time when the government talk about the aging society, they look at the people above 60 as a burden, not as an asset, as a liability. Oh, poor God, you know, I will have to spend more money to take care of your health, you know. Maybe, but not beyond 70 normally.
But I found that the victim from Lehman Brothers, most of them are the retirees but rich.
Yes, and, and we should somehow channel their activities to do things which are good. A lot of things government can do. Show more respect for the elderly knowledge workers, you know. Give them preferential coupons, you know. Not to buy bulbs, you know, but to travel, you know, to study, to do work, and so on and so forth. A lot of practical things the government can do, which still make good use of the knowledge of the retirees 10 years beyond their retirement, whilst developing those young people taking up their normal duties. And I think this government is still lagging behind in this respect.
Yeah, from this policy address last week, they even don't have a word on that. Yeah.
Yes, I also, I think we discussed with Professor Wong some time ago on this very interesting topic. I totally agree. I think the government should take the first step, the initiative to treat all these senior or junior, you know, employees, not really seeing them as a burden, you know, how you can really treasure the talent, you know, the experience, the wisdom of those people who beyond certain age. I also must declare my interest, you know, I'm starting my 50s. So, but it's not a matter of the individual, but the long way, how, for example, business corporations, I guess, how you can really keep people as a full member of the organization, even beyond the 60 or even beyond the 70. I think the most important is whether you are adopting a more inclusive approach, that involving a kind of a change of mindset we already mentioned a couple of times. And also, I think the way you become a member of an organization, not necessarily you have to be full-time. All right, you don't have to go back to the office every day. But there are many, many creative ways, innovative ways you can contribute to an organization in different dimensions. It can be electronically, it can be a part-time advisor, you can be sitting on some committees, you can be a mentor to the more junior colleagues. And there are many, many, many ways. As long as we change our mindset, we really treasure and believe as a knowledge society, a lot of wisdoms, experience, knowledge have to accumulate it and shining, you know, only after you are 50 or 60. I think that kind of mindset, I think we really have to rethink, and I think the government should be easier to take a first initiative to change this from now on.
Yes, yeah, totally agree. I'm approaching this too. That's why I will support this policy. Thank you. How about Professor Chen?
I am a vested interest party. I shall be 60 next month. I think what we need to seriously think about is a flexible retirement system. I teach in a university, and one of the major incentives for my working hard is to demonstrate to my younger colleagues that I can still keep my job and the university gets value for money. Because unemployment rate is getting higher and higher. And the young people gets very frustrated if these old people still hang around and they keep, and they keep all the top positions. So what I believe is that you need a flexible system. For example, in Australia, they got rid of the retirement age in universities. So professors tend to be able to stay for as long as they like, and some of the young colleagues get very frustrated. What usually happens is that the trade unions will contact the professors and ask them to think about some kind of part-time arrangement. So I think it's to start perhaps not so much from the government, but from public sector organizations and universities. I think, for example, it's much easier to arrange in university. You give us, for example, perhaps 1/3 of our pay. We still maintain a full-time teaching role. We forget about admin duties. Department heads and faculty deans must be given up so that younger colleagues can take over and so on. You need flexible arrangements, so much so that you can retain the older generation. They can still work, they can still make a contribution, but at the same time, make sure that the younger people do not feel handicapped.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I think I still come back to the intellectual. I think in the old days, Chinese, when become, say, senior, they become a good members in the family, because the family is always, the grandchildren, this and that, always live together with them. But in the, in nowadays, the grandchildren still seldom live inside a house. Therefore, I think to use intellect is the most important for those seniors to re-enter those the youth society, especially in the intellectual world. No one knows exactly how old you are, and you can become a teenagers again, so that you can influence them in the intellect. I think that is very important for them to communicate, and the more the cyber world have those different age to participate, I think that will become a more better platform for those them to meet together. Therefore, please, once you get retired stage and learn more internet, ICT, so that you become a good practitioner in the ICT world. Thank you.
It made you younger, huh?
Yes.